Hello, my friends. Jacob is here once again. Go figure. Look at this. Show after show after show. Because there's so much going on. There's so many amazing prophetic discoveries. And what I mean by prophetic discoveries is I mean things that kind of seem like they're talking about Christ, which is important, which is the power and wisdom of God, which is about freedom, which is about, finally living our life to our fullest. A lot of weird stuff popping up all of a sudden. A lot of weird things happening again and again and again. We do shows on here. Used to take a couple of years for this stuff to happen. Now I do a program, and like a couple of days later, all of a sudden, boom, there's the news. I don't know if you paid attention or not, but there was a discovery of somebody's laptop. Yeah, it wasn't good. And a video surfaced of the president's son talking. I guess he was doing like one of those naughty films, and the camera kept rolling, and he was talking about how his laptop was stolen by the Russians and going to be used for blackmail, and he had all sorts of, as he described, as crazy, expletive things on that. Feel bad for people that, good grief, he's a grown man, he's like a gabillionaire, right? It was like, what was he doing all this naughty stuff? But, that being as it is, I just did a program. I put him right smack dab in the middle about Belshazzar, about King Nabonidus, about Nebuchadnezzar, where I talked about all of this stuff playing out. I said the writing is on the wall, and I kind of compared Belshazzar to the president's son. And about how, things are going to be exposed very shortly for him and the whole system. And then, boom, here it is. I don't know. I don't have any inside scoop. Now, listen, I get some people that email me all the time. And that wasn't just one. It was like a bunch. All of a sudden, they're like, oh, how dare you, Jacob? You big Trump supporter, you. Oh, my goodness, people. If you've been watching on the show, I don't think you're listening to what I'm saying. A lot of people put their bias. They think, they look at a thumbnail, and they think they know what I'm saying. But if you listen to what I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not saying what you're thinking I'm saying. So it's not really fair. It's not really fair to criticize me. I got also other people saying I'm a President Biden supporter. Let me tell you something. I'm a supporter of whoever the Lord puts in charge, and I hope that he works on their heart. But if the nation is corrupt, you're going to have corrupt leaders. But I believe the day that we're in is a day where things are going to be revealed, right? When the enemy sneaks in unaware, that's not a good thing. But if you know that the enemy's there, and you know the enemy's sneaking in, and you get a heads up, and you discover their intent, well, then that's a different story. And a major discovery was just found. Trojan horse, right? Jerry Lynn sent this to me a couple of days ago. I was so excited. I was driving, and I don't text when I drive, but I did a voice to text. I don't even know what I said, but I was like, this is so significant, because of course, you know what a Trojan horse is, right? From the Homer's Iliad. They thought that it was maybe mythological, but turns out maybe not so mythological, maybe literal. They found this within the walls of Troy. So interesting. They also found a Brown's tablet about for the return home. Interesting. All of this stuff is discovered. So why is it symbolic that the Trojan horse was discovered? Well, because it means that the enemies, if you know the Trojan horse is there, you're not going to be surprised when the attack comes. Listen, I will say I'm a man of great faith. I love God. I love people. I want to forgive. I want to love. I want to be compassionate. But I got to tell you something. Over the years, I get these feelings, these vibes You know, as my daughter would say, you got the vibes. You got the God vibes, right? And I shared things based on vibes, based on a feeling, based on multiple breadcrumbs that kind of line up these little things that they tie this and this together, and all of a sudden I'm like, well, if the story is playing out, well then this is gonna happen next, just like I did with the Lion's Den video about how that's next. We're gonna enter into the Lion's Den, and right after I post this video on the 6th, what happens? I'm in the Lion's Den right now. I got to go into work. That's why I'm rushing this video. I got to see what happens with human resources and everything else. And these people, which by the way, I'm praying for. I pray for everybody, because it's not them. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. The system's corrupt, right? But the Trojan horse has been discovered. System is corrupt. So I got to tell you, I am not that surprised that news came out about Hunter's laptop. I'm not that surprised because I thought it was coming. I thought worse is coming. I think big things are going to come out of this laptop, which is strange. Let me tell you why. Because the video that preceded the Nabonidus video that I just did, which you should see about Nebuchadnezzar, where everybody thought somehow he was going to be reinstated right away before the inauguration. And I was like, don't listen. Everything's going to be ripped away, but it could be part of the show. All right, this video right here. If you look at that thumbnail, look what he's holding in his hand. That would be a shot-up laptop. Now, why this is interesting is because many, many years ago, I had a dream where I thought, you know, I was at like a holy place. There was a dome behind me, and there was fenced off things, and everybody went nuts, and they came in, and there was a laptop that was part of this dream. And the laptop I knew was, which is interesting, the person in the dream, my buddy Charlie, he came up to me with this person holding the laptop, and he says, it's a bomb. And I looked at it and I go, no, it's a bomb. But that doesn't mean it was a necessary, it means it was like a bombshell was about to go off. And then they carried that into this holy place. And then all of a sudden, the chain link fence came down, and then everybody rushed everything. And I thought that was quite symbolic and interesting, because that's what happened at the insurrection. It was terrible. But what about that laptop, I thought? Because I had that dream about that laptop. Watch that video, you'll see. But in my thumbnail, you see President Biden holding a laptop. It's all shot up. When I created that thumbnail, I'll be honest, I always felt that there was going to be a laptop, then it was probably the one that, you know, the Russians took, or another one that was going to kind of be like a bombshell and kind of be a big deal. So here you have it, and now it's news. Is that a coincidence? Is that once again God speaking? Is that once again God trying to get all of you to wake up and say, you know, at some point, you gotta say there's more to what's going on here. You gotta say it. You gotta at least think it. Once again, you don't go to me because I'm a meatball. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I just want to encourage people. I really just want to get everybody to go pray on your own. I'm not going to tell you who to pray to or what to pray to. All you got to do is just ask for the truth, and you'll get it. Teach me the truth, right? No matter what the cost. That's the t-shirt. Be willing to know the truth, to serve God, because that's the most important thing that there is. And I really do feel that as the world gets more claustrophobic, and I really do feel that there's a big shakeup coming, and I have to tell you, please, people, I am not a supporter of the beast system's rulers. I only hold out hope, and I pray, Lord, that good can come out of this, just as God used corrupt leaders in the past. Cyrus, you know, he wasn't like the most wonderful king. They did some horrible things. Horrible things. God doesn't use these amazing, godly, wonderful men to bring correction onto other corrupt people. No, He brings people probably just as corrupt. So if there's any doubt about where my allegiances lie, they lie with the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, the God of Jacob, the mighty one of Jacob, the one I'm always talking about. That's where my allegiances lie. And with all of you, and with everyone around me, even those that hurt me. Oh God, how I would love for them to be like, you know what, we looked at this, we thought about this situation, and we know we've been wrong. God, that would be, because I easy to forgive people. Easy to forgive people. It's harder to forgive people when they continue to hurt you and abuse you and everything else. Listen, I've had a life of abuse, right? Just like I said online, because I do this video. And I watched the video back to make sure that it didn't sound like I was saying what some people were saying. Some people were like, oh yeah, you're such a Biden supporter. And other people were like, oh yeah, you're such a Trump supporter. How dare you? Both. I mean, it's crazy to me that y'all can come here for so long and reach out to me. And I personally will respond. I respond to everybody. You can always email me. It's hard for me to get to everybody right away, but I usually do. I'm good at it, you know? It's important. But it's ironic that the ones that I seem to interact with almost the most, because they send me a lot of stuff, you know, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I mean, I got a life and I got a lot on my plate, right? And I got a lot of you, so I gotta spread it out. But it seems like the people that send you the most, they're the ones that complain. They're the ones that condemn you and everything else. But yeah, all of them also apologize, because I was like, you're making me feel bad. I don't believe that. That's all besides the point, people. The Trojan horse was discovered. Now here's this is a little more interesting, because here, once again, it's kind of like, didn't I just do a video about the Lion's Den? Didn't I just do a video about how we're about to enter the Lion's Den? Okay, Trojan horse. When you hear the word Trojan horse, if you don't know about Homer's Iliad and you didn't watch that cool movie with Brad Pitt where he was like tough guy, literally, that opening scene where he comes out of the tent and he comes and he slays that giant like with nothing. I work out a lot harder. I worked out a lot harder from that point on in my life because of that movie. Troy, great movie. You should check it out. Really awesome movie. Great acting, great actors, great plot, great everything. But when you hear a Trojan horse and you don't know about that, say maybe you're younger, right? You think of a virus, a computer hacker. Now this is where it gets so strange. And once again, go ahead. How are you going to say, oh, it's just another coincidence, Jacob? Just another coincidence. You just talk about the Lion's Den, and then all of a sudden a Trojan horse is discovered. Jerry Lynn sends it over, and I'm like, this is important. And then all of a sudden, another one of you, my buddy Daniel Medina, he sends me this picture, and he talks about the Lion's Den. I guess he picked up on it. One of my buddies on here, he sends me this I guess it was a Facebook message or something, but he had this picture, and it had like a scroll, and it was about to enter the Lion's Den. I didn't know what this meant, you know. He said, Code Monkey Z is about to reveal something. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. I'm not into all this stuff. I'm not into it. I do find it interesting that in my novel, that Dominion's court is a big deal, and all of this stuff supposedly has to do with the election. Once again, I'm not into that stuff. I could care less about any of that stuff. But what I do find interesting is this guy's like a hacker. So here you have a Trojan horse, and here you have a hacker who's like, oh, I have all this bombshell information, which, you know, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Who knows? I'm not interested. I don't care. I'm not into conspiracies, right? If God doesn't want that ruler in place, God will remove that ruler. I'm not going to say that he doesn't want... God wants Joe Biden where he is, all right? Just as if he takes him away, he doesn't want him where he is. You get what I'm saying? So I say, well, explain to me what you're talking about. Like, I'm 2 years old. And he basically explained this. And then I looked at it and I said, oh my goodness. So yesterday there was this big, like, you know, the pillow guy, right? This pillow, you know, I know something about, support. It's great to have it's really important to have like an amazing mattress. Spend a third of your life in bed. I have ankylosing spondylitis and Crohn's disease, and I'm in pain a lot. So you gotta have the right mattress. So I know something about pillows and mattresses, right? I do, and it's important. So he's like the pillow guy. I never tried his pillow. I don't know, but he's a big supporter of President Trump. They were having this big symposium or something. I don't know. And it was like this big deal. And needless to say, this hacker guy, Trojan horse discovered, he sends this message out to his, like, I guess 500,000 subs or something. And it says, I'm about to enter the lion's den. That was strange. That's why my buddy sends it over to me, because he's like, oh, here it is again. There's another one. Like, that's just strange. It was also strange that after I did, I was going to say my message. It's like, it's as if a message. Okay, my message, God's message. We'll say it's God's message, right? Whatever I was inspired to share. That then a huge pastor, his name's Greg Laurie, Erick at Global Witness, who's awesome. Go check that. I think he's back now too. He sent me this. Look, the writings on the wall. How like this. So you see, God speaks, and then the message is heard by like everybody. Everybody's thinking about entering the lion's den. So here, Trojan horse discovered, hacker, revealing, deception, discovered. Are you seeing the correlation? And he says, I'm about to enter the lion's den. People, this is really getting cool. I can't wait to I don't even know what the next video is, but I can't wait to share it, because I'm sure it's going to have something to do with the rest, because all the puzzle pieces they're lining up so quickly, right? Didn't I just I did August 6th, I did that video. The stuff with the laptop just came out. Very strange, don't you think? I don't know. I love each and every one of you. I hope you're awesome. I hope you have the best day ever. I hope you don't let the day's trouble take you over too much. Let God handle it, just like me. I don't want to be picked on anymore. I don't want to deal with any. It's like I'm like nervous. Like, oh, then now they're going to try another intimidation tactic. They're going to show up at work and they're going to talk to me with all their suits. I'm like, oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I hope not. Oh God. Oh, it's funny. Little old Jacob. And I pray about this. I say, Lord, why am I so worried about all this stuff? Because I could legitimately. I could, as Adam's really encouraged over the years. Maybe he's right. I think I sent a tweet out. By the way, Marfugel News, Marfugel TV, his stuff is brilliant. You got to check him out if you don't know anything about him. Great guy. But he's been telling me forever. He's like, you got to dedicate more time to this. So I decided I'm going to dedicate more time to this, regardless. Just going to really go at it, gung-ho for this, because the Trojan horse was discovered. And a laptop was discovered. Belshazzar, right? The writing's on the wall. It's happening. They're happening. The corrupt kingdom, it's going to be dealt with little by little. We're going to see more and more and more. So while everybody was talking fear and scary and and it may happen, sure, whatever. God's people are going to be okay. Remember that. And you better pray, right? You better love people. You better forgive. Better be compassionate. Don't be sleeping at the helm. Do the right thing, because your day of that lion's den could be here. And at the end of the trial, when they open that thing up again, I think you're going to be all right, as long as you're doing right in God's eyes. I love each and every one of you. Please do subscribe, share the channel around. Hey, get my novel. Oh, my novel, by the way. And I wasn't joking. Literally, the Dominion is in this. It's very strange. Dominion's Court, it's called. Get the novel. It's available on Amazon. I don't promote enough. That's another problem. I don't tell, because then I probably wouldn't need. Like if this became a bestseller, which it was a #1 Amazon bestseller for new releases. That's huge, right? Just like I prayed, just like we all, you all went out and boom, you did this. You all are so amazing. You all helped Magical. This family, they just lost their 13-year-old girl. You doubled what they were asking. They just wanted enough to take care of the expense. Doubled. Thank you. You made this. I mean, it's like it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to be seated here and to know that you're seated out there and that we're all coming together. But look, this novel is awesome. There's so much to it. It's a brilliant book. God inspired. I wrote it through the hardest part of my life. I lost everything. I was raising 2 kids on my own, by myself, in a small little apartment, had nothing. We used to go around collect cans, right? Meanwhile, I'm working for this big time network. Oh, so strange how this all works out. And so beautiful. So, if you want, there are links in the description of every video. If you want to get yourself whatever, go to town. You don't need to, but I do ask you only, please share the video. Please like and leave a comment. You can even write there's a couple of you out there just say algorithm comment, and I appreciate it. I always respond if I see it because that's really kind of cool. Now you're all going to say that. Well, let me know. Are you in the Lions Den? Are you getting out? Yeah, I think you are. I think you're going to be fine. I love each and every one of you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Jacob Israel. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this channel around. If these shows have helped you, help Jacob to reach more any way you can, and have the best day ever.
Click it.